Wow. When we have a purpose in this life, the opposite of the purpose is the loss of that purpose. And just as how the purpose is alive in us, the loss of that purpose is also alive in those who have taken unto themselves that as a purpose. And so good and evil, light and shadow battle in the innermost spirit to have control over our directions. Out-picturing is no different from in-picturing. And so there's infighting in your mentality about what you are gaining from your purpose-filled work. Am I benefiting? Do I have the right family and right relationship? Because these things are held on to very strongly as signs of a harmonious experience. As certainly of signs of not being alone. And being alone to many is one of the greatest fears. So we challenge the sanctity of our purpose within us. It is also being challenged by the experience of others who have taken unto themselves the purpose of the opposite of our drives and our desires. They love this world. They love the power of the fallen seraphim that is God over this world. They love his means and methodology of control and structure of this world. And as such, they accept the responsibility to be vanguards and functionaries of that world and that systems. And so their attacks upon you is the doubts that drive you away from the surety of the kingdom of Yod He Vav He within you, within us. I've never been immune to that. These assaults on my purpose have come with true sense of value and worth. They bring and present a palatable argument that are not in of itself disingenuous, but its intent is disingenuous. Hallelujah. And as such, though I listened, I later on recognized that when they had my full attention, and I had what I think is the full attention of their intent, I recognized how far I was from the presence, hallelujah, of the Most High and his attention. And so I recognized that it wasn't good. So I am not so curry-favored into these beliefs of looking at what you could be, of how much more you could use your gifts to enhance yourself in a material way. No man is beyond temptation, because temptations are a provocation into attachments we hold. The essence of true spirituality is to let go of the things which are carnal, those things which are not principled and will not be the heft of the true soul that will take us along through all seasons. The things which makes it cumbersome are the things that are a physical burden and emotional and mental burden. He says his yoke is light and his burden is easy, because he carries you through all situations. Carrying the spirit of Yahshua Mashiach through all situations unburdens you. So it is a complete counterbalancing to be caught up into this to and fro called lukewarm, called double-mindedness, of being provoked because you feel inadequate, because the standard and the systems around are measured by a differential of inadequacy and so-called adequacies that are rewarded. So they off-balance the spectrum and call you master and call you boss and leader and head and president and all these terminologies to suggest you have a right to do as thou wilt with others. And so when we are tempted by such gnosis, we feel, oh, we have no place in life. No one respects me, no one loves me, no one cares about me. But what care should you garner in a careless system? These are the questions that needs to be answered. So when we are tempted, these are the answers the Spirit will bring to you. Remember your true nature. Remember why it is that you are called to this purpose. You are hurt, you are wounded by a system that cannot be corrected by its own errors. It cannot be revisited by its own faults. It is truly corrupt and wholly absolutist in its views and brings all unto itself for absolute domination. And so when you are questioning why you should stay on your purpose, looking at the half-empty tank of gas and not knowing where the money is coming from, looking at the worn-out shoes that you've been wearing for 3 or 4 years, looking at the old clothes you've been wearing for 15 years and asking yourself, what is the purpose? You should ask yourself, what is the real cost of going into a system, into an experience that will clothe you, that will shelter you, but will also destroy all the peace that you have, that you can have, even though your clothes are old and your shoes are worn, even though you are weary, there is salvation, there is rest, there is recharge. So your purpose It is your real reason for being here. Though it will be presented as philosophically so, but when you get there, deep enough in your breadth of experience, you'll see what I mean. As a matter of fact, you'll know exactly what I'm speaking about. Hallelujah. So until next time, this has been a great owl. Yeah, just a little outtakes, yeah. The reasonings at the Shell Life in the backyard river garden, yeah, right up here in the Blue Mountains. Yeah. Overcome the enemy within, which is truly the attack on the purpose, which is the anti-purpose, the anti-Christ. Cast that spirit, hallelujah, out and welcome and keep the spirit of the Mashiach. Love, light, and blessings.